Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would let you in on some of the secrets behind my remote wedding planning. So I don't know if this is going to be something that you guys are interested, so let me know in the comments if you want more like wedding related videos. I know it's a bit off topic from nomad life, but I am planning our whole wedding with a little bit of help from Ed from abroad. So I thought it might be interesting to you guys who are nomads or who live abroad and want to know about how the process works if you're planning a wedding in a different country to where you live. Ed and I, who you would have seen in other videos, got engaged in December and we are getting married in April. So we will have been engaged for just slightly over a year. I would have liked it to have been a bit shorter, but we wanted to not get married in the winter, so to make it a year it would have had to been another winter wedding. And we've also been away in Chile, on Startup Chile, for 6 months. So it just would have been way too difficult to do it this summer, so we're doing it next summer, well, April. I'm going to be home probably 3 times in total during the wedding planning process. So we went home in December for Christmas, pretty much the day after we got engaged. We were back in the UK, so we got a chance to tell everyone, which was really nice. Kind of in person rather than over Skype, which I was very thankful for. That was a really like fun process, telling everybody in real life. And then I'm gonna be home in like August of this year because my best friend is getting married, so we've got her hen party and her wedding, so that will be another chance for me to do some like real life wedding stuff. So that's about 8 months apart. And then also we'll be home probably for Christmas, and then obviously for the wedding. So 3, maybe 4 times I think of like physical ability to plan the wedding, and everything else we're having to do online remotely. The first thing that I did, which I think is the best thing you can do, is hire a wedding planner. The people who I've hired are really awesome. They're called Linen and Lace, and they are not entirely wedding planners, they're more like wedding decorators. So I'm still kind of very much in the driving seat, but they will be decorating the whole venue for me, and they have, I guess, props, but like all the decorations that you can hire. So they've got candlesticks and bunting and picture frames and whatever stuff like that you might want. So I'm not going to be going around charity shops and car boot sales collecting all that stuff on my own. Just they've already got it all and I just rent it from them, and they are going to do the physical dressing on the day. So they're going to be the one who does up all the decorations. They're bringing the florist, they've brought the like kind of marquee people, all that kind of stuff. So that has been a huge relief because they're dealing a lot with the venue. So they've taken the like florist to the venue to work out how many meters of whatever they need, and that stuff I think would have been quite difficult to do remotely, especially because I'm a bit like perfectionist about it. Like I want it to be exactly how it is in my mind. I have a very strong vision of what I want. So finding someone like that who is essentially me, they have exactly the same taste as me, we like finish each other's sentences. As soon as I met them I just thought, these are the girls I want to work with because they have the exact same taste and priorities as me. And I was really worried that I would hire someone and then on the day it would be like tacky or it would be the wrong colors, and I would have thought I could do it better myself. Whereas them, I just feel like they are going to do such a perfect job and they're going to enact exactly what is in my mind. So how the kind of stages worked is when I was home in January, I was home for I guess about 6 weeks for like Christmas and January, maybe a bit less, and I did all the physical things that need to be done quite far in advance. So I got a dress, which is obviously vintage, because if you guys have been watching my channel since before it was about nomad life, it's all about secondhand and like ethical fashion. So my dress is vintage, and then I also got the venue, both the ceremony and the reception, which obviously we went and viewed at different places for that. I went and did my dress fitting, so I've got my alterations person. She's actually kind of doing restoration because it's vintage. And the other kind of in-person physical related stuff that I did while I was home was I asked all my bridesmaids in person if they would be my bridesmaids and my maid of honor, and that was something I was really thankful for. The same with telling people we were engaged. It was so nice to tell all of our family, and of course Christmas was perfect for that because everybody was around, so we had all these like big family reunions where we could kind of announce like, guys, we're getting married, and that was really exciting. And I much preferred that to doing it over Skype and telling everyone one by one. It was awesome to get to tell people at big family gatherings. So if you have an option, I would recommend getting engaged in late December so that you can tell people at your Christmas gatherings. So I got to ask all my bridesmaids, and I also finalized my kind of theme and vision and colors and budget and those kind of things. So that is obviously the first stage of the wedding planning before you book a like venue decorator or even a venue, before you book a florist, before you choose your dress. You need to kind of know what your vision is. Since we've been away, you can obviously these days book pretty much everything online. I have booked a photographer, a videographer, the caterer we already knew, so she's like a family friend, so that wasn't really a decision to make, I just knew it would be her. I have been designing our own invitations, which we're just going to send electronically because a lot of our friends are nomads, they don't even have addresses. Even our friends who do have addresses, we don't know them. And I'm not super fussed about stationery. I'm not the kind of person who loves like a really thick piece of card. So we're going to do all our invitations electronically. So we've written our guest list. I've been ordering bits on Etsy, like my hairpiece, all those kind of things you can just do totally online. Of course, a lot of people now have destination weddings, so they also are planning their wedding remotely. But I think normally with that, it's like a hotel who do weddings as a package and they know what they're doing and you kind of just buy the package. Whereas mine is quite a bit more bespoke because we're using separate venues that don't often work together, and I obviously have quite a kind of extravagant but precise vision of what I want, but pretty much everything we've been able to do online. By the time it reached about March, like a year to go, I've pretty much booked and paid for everything. That's all sorted really. So now for the next year, I'm just thinking about kind of the details and what little quirks I can have to make it different and make it unique to us. I've kind of got my like Pinterest, Instagram vision done, and now I'm just like adding the little extra bits of how all the details are going to work. Of course, a big part of planning your wedding these days, especially online, is Pinterest, and I have been pinning like crazy. If you want to follow my Pinterest, there's a lot of stuff on there if you want a kind of sneak peek. But I think the important thing with Pinterest is to kind of be realistic about it. A lot of the photos on there are from styled shoots where it's not a real wedding, it's just a model, bride and groom, and just one table for like 6 people with all the flowers and stuff. So it's not the kind of wedding that you could do for 150 people. So you should definitely be aware of that, and the same with the DIYs. I have never been good at DIYs, and yet I find myself pinning a whole bunch of DIYs. So it's going to be interesting to see how those pan out, but I'm trying to be realistic about which ones are going to be attainable and kind of shortcuts to make them happen. And I have also delegated a few things. So I don't drink, so alcohol to me is like not interesting, just a big waste of my wedding money. So I am going to delegate that to parents who are at home so they can buy when there's a good deal in Sainsbury's or whatever. A lot of the advice online to get good deals on your alcohol is actually the Sainsbury's and the Tesco's offers, like the supermarket offers. So I've kind of left them to buy champagne at New Year's or however it's going to work. They can handle all the alcohol. And then also my bridesmaids are picking their own dresses. I've chosen a colour palette, but they're just going to have mismatched dresses. I'm giving them a budget for it and they can choose any dress they like. So that's another thing that I can delegate, because I think arranging bridesmaid fittings would be quite difficult because you need everybody at the same time, and my schedule is so limited when I'm in the country. So I've just left them totally to pick their own dresses, and I think they're probably quite happy about that. I don't know how soon we'll be home before the wedding. I guess maybe like 4 weeks, so we'll probably be home for like mid-March, and then the wedding's in mid-April, so that will be the last minute stuff. So I'm hoping that pretty much everything, the physical stuff, is going to be finalized when I'm back in August. We're going to meet with our caterer, I'll have my hair and makeup trial, all that kind of stuff. I'm hoping will just be fully done, and then December if I'm back and March when I'm back will just be last minute little bits. I don't want those to be particularly stressful because it's supposed to be fun. And of course my hen will be in March when I'm home, so the hen's going to be really close to the wedding. The stag is going to be really far from the wedding because I don't want to be marrying someone with a broken leg. So yeah, but the hen will be very close to the wedding, just probably in March, especially because I don't drink. I mean, touch wood, how much can really go wrong? So I hope that was interesting to you guys. Like I said, let me know if you want any more wedding related videos, and if you do, then let me know specifically what you want, what you're interested in. I will include links to my Pinterest and also some of my suppliers if you guys are interested in that. Thank you so much for watching, and I guess I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!